Halo teman-teman, welcome back to my channel, Job Interview Hack. Di video kali ini, kita akan membahas contoh pertanyaan interview kerja yang paling sering muncul. Posisi waiter di hotel lengkap dengan jawaban yang aman, profesional, dan disukai interviewer. Video ini bisa kamu gunakan untuk latihan, menambah percaya diri, dan membiasakan diri dengan situasi interview kerja di hotel. Langsung saja kita mulai. Question 1. Good morning. Can you introduce yourself? Answer. Good morning. My name is Andy. I have experience working in food and beverage service, mainly as a waiter. I enjoy serving guests, working in a team, and making sure customers feel comfortable and satisfied. Question 2. Why do you want to work as a waiter in our hotel? Answer. I want to work as a waiter because I enjoy hospitality service. Your hotel has a good reputation for service quality, and I believe this environment will help me grow and improve my skills in customer service. Question 3. Do you have previous experience as a waiter? Answer. Yes, I do. I worked as a waiter for about 1 year in a restaurant where I handled guest orders, served food and beverages, and maintained cleanliness in the dining area. Question, but what do you understand about excellent service? Answer. Excellent service means being polite, attentive, and responsive to guests' needs. It is about making guests feel welcome, comfortable, and satisfied during their visit. Question 5. How do you greet guests? Answer. I greet guests with a smile, make eye contact, and say good morning or good evening. I always try to sound friendly and professional. Question 6. How do you handle a difficult or unhappy guest? Answer. I stay calm and listen carefully to the guest's complaint. I apologize politely and try to solve the problem as quickly as possible. If needed, I inform my supervisor to make sure the guest is satisfied. Question 7. What would you do if a guest complains about the food? Answer. I would apologize to the guest and listen to their concern. Then, I would report it to the kitchen or my supervisor and offer a solution, such as replacing the dish or following hotel procedures. Question 8. Are you comfortable working long hours and shifts? Answer. Yes, I am. I understand that working in a hotel requires flexibility with working hours, including weekends and holidays. Question 9. How do you work under pressure when the restaurant is busy? Answer. I stay focused, work efficiently, and prioritize tasks. I also communicate well with my team so we can support each other during busy times. Question 10. What are your strengths as a waiter? Answer. My strengths are being patient, friendly, and hardworking. I pay attention to details and always try to provide the best service to guests. Question 11. What is your weakness? Answer. Sometimes I feel nervous when handling very demanding guests, but I am learning to stay calm and confident by gaining more experience. Question 12. How do you ensure cleanliness in your work area? Answer. I always clean tables after guests leave, arrange cutlery properly, and follow hygiene standards to keep the dining area clean and comfortable. Question 13. Can you work well in a team? Answer. Yes, I can. I believe teamwork is very important in hotel service. I am always willing to help my colleagues when needed. Question 14. What would you do if a guest asks for something outside the menu? Answer. I would politely explain what is available and check with the kitchen or supervisor to see if we can fulfill the guest's request. Question 15. How do you handle multiple tables at the same time? Answer. I manage my time carefully, take orders clearly, and make sure each guest feels attended to. I also communicate with the kitchen to avoid mistakes. Question 16. Do you have knowledge of food and beverages? Answer. Yes. I understand basic food and beverage service, including menu items, beverages, and standard serving procedures. Question 17. How do you handle mistakes during service? Answer. If I make a mistake, I admit it, apologize to the guest, and correct it immediately. I also make sure not to repeat the same mistake. Question 18. Why should we hire you? Answer: you should hire me because I am hardworking, willing to learn, and committed to providing good service to guests. Question 19. What do you do if you don't understand a guest's request in English? Answer: I politely ask the guest to repeat or speak more slowly. If needed, I ask for help from a colleague to avoid misunderstanding. Question 20. Are you willing to follow hotel standards and procedures? Answer: yes, absolutely. I understand that standards and procedures are important to maintain service quality. Question 21. What would you do if a guest forgets their belongings on the table? Answer: I would secure the item and report it to my supervisor according to hotel procedures. Question 22. How do you stay polite even when you are tired? Answer: I remind myself that guests come for a good experience. I stay professional and keep a positive attitude during service. Question 23. What are your career goals in hospitality? Answer: my goal is to gain more experience in hospitality and improve my skills with the hope of growing into a higher position in the future. Question 24. Can you start work immediately if accepted? Answer: yes, I am available and ready to start according to the hotel's schedule. Question 25. Do you have any questions for us? Answer: yes. Could you please explain the working schedule and training process for new staff? Itu tadi contoh pertanyaan dan jawaban interview kerja untuk posisi hotel waiter. Kamu bisa mendengarkan video ini kapan saja untuk latihan. Di waktu senggang, sebelum tidur, saat perjalanan berangkat kerja, atau sambil melakukan aktivitas lain. Semakin sering kamu mendengar, semakin terbiasa telinga dan pikiran kamu dengan bahasa interview yang sebenarnya. Kalau video ini bermanfaat, jangan lupa like, subscribe, dan aktifkan notifikasi di channel Job Interview Hack supaya kamu tidak ketinggalan video interview dan tips kerja lainnya. Kedepannya, kami akan upload lebih banyak simulasi interview untuk berbagai posisi dan industri. Semoga interview kamu berjalan lancar, diberikan kepercayaan diri, dan bisa lolos interview, serta diterima bekerja di perusahaan yang kamu inginkan. Terima kasih sudah menonton, dan sampai jumpa di video berikutnya.